Hey everyone, happy Friday. Welcome to Unveiling Beauty. That's right, we made it through another week and the weekend is finally here. Hey Ammon, how you doing?
Friday, my favorite day of the week, Nick. I cannot believe it's here. We have beautiful weather here in Chicago, doing another episode with my best friend, Unveiling Beauty. And this one I'm super excited about because it's all about our moms. And I know that you are just like me. You are a mama's boy through and through. And so
Guilty.
today I'm excited to talk about Mother's Day and some cool tips about makeup for Mother's Day.
Awesome. So why don't we talk about the guests that we have on the show today?
Yeah. So today we have Alicia Martinez with MAC, and then we also have Darais Adam with Lancome.
Very cool. And they're going to take us through some cool Mother's Day looks. So why don't we get started? Let's start with our first guest.
Yeah, but let's bring on Alicia. Alicia, are you there?
I'm here. How's it
Oh,
going?
good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Now,
Living this
Alicia,
quarantine life.
am I saying it right? Is it Alicia or Alicia?
I'm not too picky. I normally say Alicia, but I like that little flavor that you're giving me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Alicia.
hmm
So we talk about Mother's Day makeup and we talk about, you start with skin, right? So, we have moms at all different types of ages. Are there products that kind of transcend the different ages and are just kind of your go-to products for just anyone?
Absolutely. I think that, even me bonding with my mom, it's typically over products that we both can use and that are really reliable and that you don't have to think about. And I think a lot of times that starts with skin. So things that make your skin look really youthful and glowy and hydrated work on anybody. And I think that the products that do it quickly and you don't have to wait 5 months for results are the best ones when it comes to all ages, all races, all genders, all moms.
That's right. So I'm sure you have a couple go-tos that you can't live without. What are they?
Absolutely. I There's a newer product that just came out that I have absolutely been living for. It's called Glow Play Blush. This is one that just adds color, it creates life on the skin, but what's awesome about it is that it gives you the benefits and luminosity of a cream, but it's easy like a powder. And sometimes that can be a bit of a challenge. So I think just those products that are easy, you don't have to think about, but give you a big bang for your buck is what me and my mom normally look for. And I'm the type of person that I can't just talk about makeup. Like I get this weird like FOMO action, so I have to put it on my face when I talk about it. So I'm gonna throw this on just so you can see it, because otherwise I just feel like I'm missing out. I'm missing out on the Mother's Day party
We
if
want
I
to see
do.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah, I
it.
want to
totally.
see it. Yeah.
So this one's called Cheer Up, which I find is a really universal color. It's nice and peachy because I think that like when in doubt, just peach it out, I guess. But you'll see.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm,
That's not a real
I'm gonna
thing.
steal
Friday
But
that one.
humor.
That's funny.
um, but you can see like it almost indents because it's bouncy. It has
Oh,
this
cool.
this really nice texture to it. And I'm a no fuss kind of girl. I like to just get it on my fingers and press it onto my cheeks. And what's cool is that it has that consistency that easily merges into anything that you're wearing. So if you're wearing a tinted moisturizer, or if you're wearing a powder product, or you've done your whole routine, you can always go back in and add this, and it just bumps up the color so you have some like youthful quality to the skin, which I absolutely adore. So easy peasy, don't gotta work too hard.
Very cool.
I love
Yeah,
that. That consistency looks really, really cool.
it is. Even it's
Um,
just fun to touch even.
and already, I mean, you can see like your cheeks, the color that it brings out right away. Like it's really, really, it was easy. I feel like I can even do that. Nick,
I
that's going to be my next look for the next
Oh
show.
no, please don't. Please don't.
love it.
Alicia, I would like to know your favorite lip products for like all ages, and then secondarily, like what is your mom's favorite lip color?
I
since we're talking
love
about moms.
I love this. I love that you bring up lips because I think that lips are those things, especially in these times, even though you don't necessarily see them with your mask on, they make you just feel a little powerful. And I know that like having that signature lip really makes you feel like you can take on the world. And so no matter what lip product I'm putting on or my mom's putting on, we always start with Prep and Prime Lip. It's just a clear product, so it works with any lip product you love, but it goes on like a lip conditioner and then it sets so that your lipstick won't feather or move, which is typically an issue that I find myself dealing with. So this keeps it all in place all day and staying true to your favorite tone. So I love that it doesn't matter what product you're using, it just makes sure that it stays there for you and stays all day. But me and my mom absolutely adore Powder Kiss lipsticks. I don't know if you guys have heard about these, but they're a
No.
newer formulation.
I use them every day, every day.
I
Stop
figured. I
it.
figured. Yeah, I was getting that vibe from you. Yeah, they are a moisturizing matte, which isn't something that we've heard a lot about in the lip category. Typically, when you hear matte lipstick, you think, "Uh-oh, what's going to happen there? Is it going to feel drying? Are my lips going to feel good?" And these have oils in them that help to glide on the skin, make it look really beautiful and almost stained, but feel really good and stay a really long time. So with that Prep and Prime Lip and the lip product, you're good to go all day. And once again, I have to put it on. That's just my life. But one of our favorites is Devoted to Chili. It is just this beautiful red, but it's almost like a natural red. You can see it like fades into lip. It's not something that walks in the door 5 minutes before you. It seems like it can almost sit on your lips, in a nice way.
Yeah.
And I find that because it's almost a little bit brown red, a little burnt red, it works on so many different people. And so I have a more kind of olivey golden complexion. And my mom's much more fair, but we can still wear this together, and it gives us both what we need, and it looks almost like a different lipstick, but it still makes us both look really polished and put together. Like this with some sunglasses, and it looks like you care. And I love that.
That's awesome. You know what's funny is like that's genius about the matte with like an oil in it because that's the biggest complaint you hear from people is like I hate the way matte lipstick feels on. Women complain about that all the time. So it sounds like you figured out the perfect formula.
Total. I don't know how they did it. I cannot take credit. There's some magic happening in that lab somewhere, but I'm very appreciative that they did so because this definitely is something that gives you that polished look, but it has versatility. You can put it on lightly. I like to add a little bit of a liner with it to clean it up and make it look a little bit more like have a bit more of a statement, but you really get to choose your own adventure with this, and it kind of always works.
Awesome. So now talk to me about brows. What's your favorite go-to kind of brow products?
You know,
She's like,
I
hold on, I'm finishing my lips.
I've been doing this for a long time. I could do makeup anywhere you need me to, as fast as you need me to. But
That's awesome.
I find that with brows, the trends have really changed, especially at MAC. Like for a while, it was a brow, and we're seeing a lot more natural quality come from it. And I think that an easy, full, natural brow is what a lot of us are looking for. I know me and my mom both suffered through the 90s and early 2000s, and we did not put down our tweezers, and we were not very nice to our eyebrows. So we have this product called Eyebrows Big Boost Fiber Gel. It's a very long name for a very great product, but what's cool about it is that it gives you color, and it has little fibers in here that build up your brows so that you get fullness in one application, so you don't have to use a lot of different colors or a lot of different products when you're putting it on your brows. So I just kind of sweep it through, maybe give it a little wiggle. And you can see that it adds depth, but it also adds fullness to the brows. So you get that natural brow, even if you weren't very nice in the 90s and 2000s as we were.
And you got rid of them all.
It's so funny. We did an episode that was very, very much like addressing that fact just not too long ago. All of us,
no one told
were
us.
victims. Yeah, totally.
What happened there?
I learned in cosmetology school how to wax eyebrows, and it was over. It was like, no, not a good lesson to learn.
Totally. I can only imagine. Thank goodness I skipped that class because I could only guess where my brows would be now.
That's for sure.
Well, that
right?
was so fast. That was so quick. Love the information. Love the uniqueness of the products. We love having Mac at Ulta Beauty, and you did such a great job of explaining simple, quick, easy to use, and very relevant for mothers and daughters alike. And just thank you so much for joining us today on the show. You've been
Thank
a
you for
pleasure.
having me. This was awesome. We
Yeah.
love our
Yeah.
Mac Ulta family.
I know, we love Mac. It's funny, I think about when I first started doing makeup myself, Mac was my go-to brand that I couldn't live without. It had the best pigments, so I was like always going to Mac for all of my looks for all the brides. So it was so
Love
much
it.
fun.
Love it.
So definitely a fan favorite for sure.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you, Alicia, and
Mm.
we will see you soon.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. She's awesome. Fun too.
Yeah, how fun is she?
Yeah. All right. So our next guest is a celebrity makeup artist who has done the likes of Cher in Pink and so many more. So please give a warm welcome for Darais.
Good pronunciation as well. How is
Oh,
everyone?
He
thanks.
did it. He did it.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Hey, Ammon. Thank you so much for inviting me on today. Get to
Awesome.
be with
Thank you
my
Yeah.
for
sister
being here.
Christina and Lainey as well. Who can't have better people with me, right?
Oh, that's
Brought the
awesome.
family.
Keeping it in the family, yes. Especially beauty runs in the family.
All right. So I'm going to kick it off here and say this is kind of I think it goes from hair and for makeup for this one. It's like a lot of people struggle with what's the appropriate age for, especially mother daughter, like mother daughter, let's go to the salon, but at what age is it appropriate for them to start getting like a full head of highlights or start wearing a full face of makeup? And so I know that you have a particular kind of strategy. Talk to us about that and about how you like to guide your youngsters into the world of hair and makeup.
Yeah, this is something definitely that my mom used on my two older sisters. And it worked really well because now with YouTube out there, I think a lot of people watch these YouTubes. And even my niece, who's 4 years old, she can put on a full face. And that's not realistic. And so I will always say there's a thing about putting on too much. And I'd rather you perfect one thing at a time. And so my mom's philosophy that she kind of passed on, and I teach this to hundreds and thousands of women all the time now with their daughters, is when they have a birthday, a significant birthday, when they want to start wearing makeup, maybe it's 13, maybe it's 14, you put one thing on at a time and they get to choose what that product is. So rather than doing 10 products, like Lainey, when did you want to start wearing makeup?
I was like 14.
And what was what did you choose on your 14th birthday?
I chose lip gloss.
Exactly. That's usually the first choice. Lip gloss is something that you can use. And right now, lip glosses, are you wearing a lot of lip gloss right now?
No, not really.
It's also because lip gloss can come off on masks. I know you're not wearing masks unless you go somewhere.
Yeah.
But there's a product that I like that's kind of like a shiny balm. Mademoiselle Shine is an amazing, kind of a newer product for Lancome. And it's rose oil based. It has a lot of different oils, but it gives you the plumping and the hydration and the shine of a gloss. But it's going to keep your lips hydrated and it's going to soak into the lips and it's not going to come off on the masks. So go ahead and block together. And these come in 10 different shades. So they're kind of fun that you can use it. I just call them tinted chapstick. And if you're 13 years old, 14 years old, you can't mess this up. Right?
My nieces love that.
And they feel
Yeah,
great.
like
Yeah, and you can even
I'm
use it
gonna
like as a
steal
cream
that.
blush,
I'm gonna
everything.
steal that to all. I told you we were talking earlier. I have a large family with a large number of nieces, and I think that they're all just now coming to the age where that advice about picking one thing and getting good at it is perfect because they just want to slap it all on at once, and it's
They
not a
don't
good
learn.
look.
Yeah, they don't learn the right way to do just one thing. And my niece Lexi, who's almost 24, she is such a good makeup artist because she followed these steps, and every year she got perfect with liquid liner. The next year was brow. So it's amazing. It's
So
fun that
smart.
everyone is different. You have to raise your kids differently. I'm sure my sister can say that.
Yeah.
They like different things, and so they get to choose what they're into or what their friends are doing at school. What did you choose when you were 15, Lainey?
I chose just some mascara.
Right, mostly. And mascara, what does it do? It makes you look more awake.
Yes.
I know right now with this stay-at-home order, you've been sleeping. What's your new bedtime, Lainey? That's what I want to know.
Oh, 2.
So mascara is going to give you the appearance of more awake. And Definisil, look down, is Lancome's classic mascara. What I love about Definisil is it defines, it lengthens, it doesn't get clumpy. It's like the go-to, and it comes in 3 soft shades. So you get brown and black for your soft shades, and you get a deep black. But you're going to get a lot of definition and separation. You have such good lashes.
Thank you.
And Lancome is absolutely famous for mascara. Look down and over to the side. And as the #1 luxury brand, we put a lot of money and focus in mascara because we know that that's probably like that go-to product that you just can't live without.
Oh, you can see the difference from here.
Yeah, it even makes the whites of the eyes look more like they've been photoshopped.
Crisper.
Yeah, because the black makes the white whiter. Yeah. And that's sometimes too, like when you're young and you have the whites of your eyes are already white, go for brown if you're scared of black. It doesn't matter. But as we get older, the whites of our eyes aren't so white anymore. So sometimes for the moms, I say don't use brown mascara because it's going to make the white look more yellow. We don't want that as a sign of age. Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Just wanted to make sure I mentioned for any of you that are viewing right now, all of the products that we have mentioned in this episode are going to be at the bottom of the commentary where you'll be able to click on and go right to Ulta.com to purchase them if you are dying to get them in your shopping basket. So just at the very bottom of the feed, anything that Alicia or Darius have mentioned, then we will make sure is at the bottom of the feed.
Definitely. 16 is usually someone people want to start getting into more foundation. Tinted moisturizer are a little bit more forgiving. So I know that Lainey chose at 16. She's like, can you give me a good tinted moisturizer? So I chose Skin Feels Good. And sometimes she'll just even do this with concealer. But you just want to go in and just kind of spot treat because we all get a little bit of those, little breakouts. Sometimes I think if you start wearing full face of coverage of makeup, it's going to cause more breakouts, especially because sometimes they're not as good as some of us more mature people are at cleaning their skin at night. They use their pillow to wash their makeup off.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. Exactly. So just a little bit of spot treatment. And then at 17, what was your last thing you just chose now?
Brows.
Yeah, so brows are like everyone's doing brows right now. We've seen the Instagram brow. We've seen a lot of more dramatic brows. The Define pencil that I love is so easy that I gave Lainey to use because it's drawing little micro blades of hair. I love this because we worked with our L'Oreal Professional hair brands to come out with all of our shades. And it's amazing that you can just do little kind of hair strokes, find where you want a little bit more, definition, and then you can just use this little spoolie and just comb it out and it almost adds like a highlight. And you can just put it on. If you ever feel like you're getting too much on, you can erase it. You can even clean up any mascara. So it's kind of cool to have, 17.
Yeah.
I bet you wish you had these.
Cool.
Now we do microblading.
Yeah, I was also a victim of the 90s.
That's so true.
The
Yeah.
tweezers.
Yeah, so very simple, very basic, but yeah, just have your your daughter every year choose what they want to do. Teach them how to do that, watch YouTube videos with them. There's so many things that you can do to just get them on track with wearing the makeup the right way and not overdoing it.
It looks so cute.
Do you feel like your daughter is capable of doing your makeup for you?
Mine?
Yeah.
This one, yes, because she's very minimal. So she'll keep it crisp and clean.
That's true. We almost had to force you to wear a little bit of makeup.
Yeah.
And that's like every daughter is different. Like some want to wear a lot. So I'm like I did your makeup for homecoming, when you're last year, and it's like no foundation. And it was amazing. Like no foundation. I'd like never think of doing a red carpet event or something. And it's like don't put foundation on the model. But yeah, things are changing a little bit. So
Right.
For sure.
nice. Very cool. And then now for the mom's turn, right?
That's right. Talk to me about moms who are on the go. That we hear it all the time. There's no time. I have to hurry up in the morning and get out the door. What are some tips and tricks you can give to the moms on the go?
Definitely. Mom is, I always say, Lancome has an amazing mom, Isabella Rossellini. She's been modeling for Lancome since the 80s.
Yeah.
And when I joined Lancome 15 years ago, I was doing her daughter's makeup, Elettra, for fashion weeks, for all of our Lancome ads. And it was cool that it was such a mother-daughter brand. And I think that it is the #1 brand in the world when it comes to prestige and luxury. We have so much for all ages. And moms just got to realize that they don't know how much time they have in the morning, especially when you have 5 kids.
Yeah.
And my sister was actually kind of like a second mom to me because our mom worked full time. She raised all 6 of us kids on your own.
Aw.
That's while my mom worked. So she's already has tons of experience. But I came up with an idea for them that's very similar to this, where get the most important things on first. Get the things that matter first. Once you have that, then you can kind of calculate if you have 1 or 2 more minutes, do the next thing. If you still have 5 more minutes, then do the next thing. But I want to say the very most important thing that you will love yourself in 10 years from now is anti-aging skincare, right? Do you ever leave the house without skincare on?
Never.
Yeah, you can leave with makeup on, but sometimes skincare. And the very #1 thing that I just absolutely love with anything that you're using is the Advanced Genifique. This is like a serum but it's a prebiotic serum. It's the bifidus extract that makes your skin glow and have more radiance. And it's really cool because every ethnic background has a different concern for their age. Sometimes it's wrinkles and pores, sometimes it's not. So if you ask people what's their number one concern, it's going to be different, but everyone wants that radiance and that glow. We followed it with just a basic moisturizer. We put on eye cream, definitely, for sure. And foundation and complexion, I think, is the first thing you want to get on in the morning. And then start to decide what's the most important. And this is going to be different for each and every one of you as well that's watching, right? So complexions on Christina, we use the Renergy Lift Makeup, something that's lifting and firming, 12-hour hold. Next, I think blush is the most important thing once your complexion's on, because without it, you don't look healthy. You look like you're going to pass out. And a lot of my women say, how do you choose the blush that looks natural, looks like it's supposed to be on you? And I say blush, you have your indicator color right here on your décolleté. The sun causes so many different colors there. And if you put your blush up next to that and it has a good match, it belongs on her, right?
Oh, I
You
never
can't
heard
mess
that.
that
That's
up.
good.
If you grab a blush that's a little bit too bright, that's a dramatic look. That means you're going for a blush look. But if I find the color that matches, it's moving the color up high, and it's not adding a new color to the palette. So you kind of see just a nice healthy glow. And blushes out there, this is Blush Subtil. They come in every color that you'll ever see on a woman's chest or décolletage.
Some people really take the liberty with a blush.
Or they start to contour with it. That's
Oh
so
yeah,
true.
yeah, full
And there's
on.
nothing wrong with the dramatic look. I always say, if you want dramatic, then don't match these. Go opposite. Add a new color to the palette.
So, Darius, give us the tips on the application of that blush. Like you found the shade, but then you just put it on. So, like for those of us who, because I want to put on my blush tonight, right? So I need to know
Yes,
how to apply it. So,
definitely.
where are you referencing? Where are you choosing so that people can get it right and not have that too much look?
Yeah. Most women and men, especially, they'll carry a lot of their own blushing colors or the redness that they're trying to get rid of with their complexion, maybe down lower around the nose, sometimes on the chin. And that's what the complexion does, is even out all of that discoloration, the redness, the sunspots, but mostly redness, right? That we kind of fight. So complexions makes us look more even, more neutral, and it takes away all of our colors. So you take the color where it used to be, you're going to go ahead and smile. This is called the apple. I just like to polish the apple and then sweep a little bit up. This also great if you don't have time to do eyeshadow because the kids are calling your name. You can put blush really easily right through the crease of the eye, and it just warms it up and makes it so inviting and soft. So it's cool that you can use it so many different ways. Blushes that have glow in them, you can also even put on the décolleté to give it a little bit of an oily radiance look there as well. Blush is easy. It's health and vitality. Gotta love that.
I'll make you laugh. When I was a kid, my grandmother was always, she always had to have full face. But if she was in a hurry, she would be like, grab my rouge and my lips, and I could at least put it on my cheeks and eyes and my lips, and I'm out the door, and at least I have some color to my face. And that used to crack up.
Yep. I even thought about this because I see a lot of women putting their mascara on in the car. And it's
Yeah.
because they spent so much time doing that beautiful eyeshadow, they ran out of time. And it's dangerous to put mascara on in a car. And you can't get it perfect. I'd rather you have amazing looking lashes and less eyeshadow rather than amazing looking shadow and then your lashes just don't look right. Right? They can be a distraction. So the next most important thing, if you have a little bit more time after blush, I would say mascara. Mascara is a great thing because if you leave the house with just mascara on, I think you're pretty good to go, right?
I do that a lot.
You do that a lot? Definitely. So it's real life. You never know what you're gonna have time to do. Just try not to do it in your car.
I never do that.
Exactly.
Never done. Never.
Yeah, but that's not safe. A lot of rear ends happen that way. And Lancome has a lash primer, Sills Booster XL, and this is a lot of proteins. It has panthenol in it, and a lot of you that do hair know that panthenol is a really good conditioner for hair. As we get older, our lashes get brittle and they break off on the ends, so they're not as long as they used to be. That happened to you, right? And as soon as Christina started using this, she's like, my lashes hit my sunglasses again.
I never miss this.
So look down. This is just, you can use it as a mask for your hair, your lashes at night. But I love to just put a light, thin coat. And if you put underneath mascara, it's like when you put one coat of mascara on top, it's like wearing two coats. So you're not over clumping and it saves you on your product down the road. So a primer on your lashes is just conditioning, it's lengthening, and it's fortifying them, making them so they don't get brittle and break off, so the length of your lashes come back. Really easy to use. And if you want, you can sleep with it on as well, just as a mask. And then when you go in with your mascara, you don't even have to let it dry. But mascara is what we talked about. It's going to make you look awake, look down. My sister's lashes are so amazing. She got the best ones, I think, in the whole family. Usually it's the guys that get the good lashes.
Always, right?
Yeah. This one's
Good looking family going on over there.
That's, yeah. There's a lot of us, right? Greeks like to have a lot of big families.
That's funny. How many siblings do you have?
There's 6 in my family, and then I have 16 nieces and nephews now.
That's awesome.
And it's
You know,
amazing.
he's from Utah like me, Nick.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Neighbors.
First time meeting too. That's amazing. And like I'm in California every week, but 8 years ago I bought a place out here for the weekends, so I fly back and forth every week. And ever since we've been at the stay at home, I'm like, I'm going to my Utah place, right by my sister's. She has a new pool. This is the right place to be right now.
That's smart.
And I got models to use too, you know.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm doing a lot of live videos. They're so fun.
That's awesome. And I
So
heard
soft mascara. If you have 1 or 2 more minutes, eyeliner. It makes your lashes look even better, right? So it's very, very simple. Now, eyeliner, a lot of times look down when we're so used to putting it along the top of the eye. And if your eyes are starting to get a little bit more hooded, you're losing lid space, eyeliner can take away some of that real estate. So I always teach my sisters, I teach a lot of my clients this, look down, lift up. We're gonna wiggle this underneath the lash line. And this is our waterproof Stylo pencil. Put a little bit on. What it does is it makes that skin look like you have an extra row of lashes. It's an incredible way to not lose your lid space. It's not going to crease on you if you're looking down or up or anything like that, because you don't want your makeup in the middle of the day to just be all smudgy and look bad. It's like, why did you even do it? Look down and to the side. So if you have a couple more minutes, add your eyeliner. Very simple. You can even wear it for the lower. It comes with a little smudger on it if you want to use it that way as well. When I do that, I'll draw it sometimes on my hand, pick it up with the sponge. It's a lot softer way to look up, and then you can start to smoke out some lower lashes, making the eyes look even bigger. But you can do a lot with these pencils. They come in so many different shades. Look down. That's one thing I love about Lancome too. It's such a classic, beautiful brand, but we have all the trend and fun as well, especially with all of our ambassadoresses that are with us.
I love that technique. It looks like it would tickle like crazy having somebody apply that.
It does it first. You get used to it.
I always say when you're doing this on yourself at home, you look down and you don't want to close your eye. You just do a corner, wiggle, give your eye a break. And you're going to do the next section. When you try to do the whole eye at once, guess what? You're going to miss the whole area. You're going to make your eye water. Waterproof won't stick to that area anymore. After about a month, guess what? You can do the whole eye. You don't even have to like hold it up. So I watch women, they get so good at this. It's like putting on contacts. You get used to it.
Yeah.
Look up. A little bit of a lower liner. Simple. And now think about it. If the kids aren't bugging you, you don't have to run out of the door, do something. Now you have time to put on shadow. So a lot of times if we start with our shadow, I'm always saying, you know, if it's not so important, put that on very last.
I was like, she doesn't really look like she needs shadow right now. Looks great.
We put a little bit of blush there, you know. She loves all the Naked palettes by Urban Decay. These ones are amazing, and they go pretty fast. Those are great too because you travel a lot.
Yeah, easy to travel. You have all colors from day to night.
I always say find the ones that you have the little we call them belly buttons in the makeup world. All the ones that have holes, and Lancome has them in singles. It's a little bit easier to replace one color than the entire palette. So I always say with your everyday home look, grab the singles. You can get them. I love how they use it like this. There's an ochre matte collection that they have on Ulta.com that I absolutely love because it has all of those ochre hair colors in them. And if you just start with all your transition shades, it's so easy to put this on, even with your mascara, even with your liner on. You're just going to get that separation, definition, and depth there that kind of goes right with the eye.
That looks great.
Yeah.
And then you can just add a little bit of a highlight color, maybe right on the lid. This one here is Kitten Heel, which is so many people's favorites. Look down. It just looks like oily, dewy, radiant skin. If the eyes look dry, they can look a little bit more mature. A lot of women are scared of glitter. Yeah, glitter is scary. But oil, the appearance of oil or a radiant finish or satin finish like that, gives a youthful glow and an oily appearance to the lid. making anyone look younger. So that's one way that you can wear it at any age. Just keep the glow down low.
A lot of people worry about creasing with products that kind of have more of a shine to it. What's your recommendation on that?
Yeah, it's all how you prep and prime the eye. So you got to think about how oily do you get in the T-zone.
Sure.
If you get shiny at lunchtime, you have a really oily T-zone. If you get shiny around dinner time, your combination. If you never get shiny, you're going to be on the drier side. So it's always good to find out who you are, what your associates or your clients are, and then you just use accordingly. And there's a eye primer that I love. It's Prime It Boost It. When I put that down, nothing creases whatsoever, and you can use it at any age. But it's always about, if you don't put enough powder on it, it's not going to be oil proof. Shadow is a powder, and it just makes things last so much longer.
Hey, Darais, I have one last question for you before we wrap this up. Unless you did you have anything else that you were wanting to?
We could keep going all day. The brows are microbladed. I know those are really important for people as well. Microblade saved you a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
I just use those ochre matte colors that we have in the singles.
So then what I'll do is, why don't you talk to us about that, but while you're showing us the application about that, I want to ask you about your favorite mom memory for Mother's Day.
Probably my very favorite is my mom's had a passport her whole life, but she's never used it. And it was amazing because 4 years ago, I got called out to work Fashion Week in Paris with Lisa Eldridge. We were doing the Sonia Raquel show. And I surprised my mom for Mother's Day with a trip to Paris. And she got to use her passport for the very first time. And we made so many videos on YouTube. We took pictures, but I also made, I had all my siblings talk about my mom and what she meant to all of us. And I put it together with all of our pictures of baby pictures, growing up pictures. And I think we all just sat there and cried.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're a mama's boy just like me and Nick.
Yeah, big time
That's
mama's boy. And now she finally has a stamp in her passport, which was such a blessing.
That's adorable.
Paris is such a beautiful city to share with anyone. And because it's the home of Lancome as well, I was just so proud to be there. So
that's amazing. Amazing. Listen, thank you so much for the tips for young kids and getting them started in the right appropriate way so they can be expert makeup artists by the time they become women, and also for quick tips for moms who don't have a whole lot of time. Darais, you are a master. We appreciate you taking the time to prepare for us today, and for your fun natured candor with us on the show. So thank you so much.
You guys are awesome.
Good to see you.
Let's do this again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend and happy Mother's Day.
Take care, guys. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Such talent. I love it.
I know.
I've been a big fan of his for a long time, believe it or not. I've actually pulled some of the work that he's done, his swipes on some of the shoots that we've done. He is just wickedly talented, so what a pleasure to have him on. They're both really superstar artists.
What a great episode with such great talent, really great tips, and touches the heart, right? Mother's Day is one of those kind of emotional ones where we're talking about makeup, and it's always a great gift idea, but just Mother's Day in general is just something that whether you're close with your mother or not, it's just one of those ones that just, at least for me, kind of like tugs on my heartstrings. And I know Nick. To kind of wrap up the show, we wanted to take an opportunity, you and I, to just spotlight our moms, right? Because you and I both are very, admittedly mama's boys and are very close to our moms. So what would you like to say about your mom right now, Nick?
Oh, well, I don't want to get teary-eyed, so I have a lot I could say. But I'll tell you, when you think about silver linings to the COVID virus right now and just being on lockdown, I think one of the biggest silver linings is that I get to be a mile from my mom and dad, and I've gotten to spend a lot of amazing meals with them and laugh a lot and just talk. And it's just been really good to have that family time. So I'm excited that I will get to spend Mother's Day with my mother. I'm going to be making her a dinner on Sunday, and I'll get to spend time with her. I'm super excited about that. I'm very sad for Jeff, though. He will not be able to be with his mother this Sunday, and I know that's tearing him up. So it's bittersweet, but we're both mama's boys, as you know, and both love our mothers so much. So.
Yeah, your mom has been like, I mean, I would go as far as to say that she's been kind of like a second mother to me. Me moving here to Chicago, really only knowing you and your mom making sure that I came over for a home cooked meal so that I wasn't just like ordering in all the time.
Yeah,
She's an angel. She's a great mom, and I too have a wonderful mom.
you
Mother
sure
of
do.
seven. She has managed to balance, being a loving, caring mother with a bunch of seven crazy, chaotic, creative kids with all sorts of different interests, and balance that with love and with care and with just the right amount of discipline. But I just want to take this opportunity, if she does get on Facebook and watch this, which is questionable. It's not really her like daily routine to jump on here, but I might cue her into it just to say thanks for thanks for being such a great mom. Thanks for taking such good care of us. Thanks for being the definition of unconditional love, for a son that has gone through ups and downs in my life, because you have never ever made me fear or wonder whether or not you would be there for me or that you would love me, Mom, and I don't take that for granted for one single day.
That's awesome. She's an amazing lady. So happy Mother's Day to both of our moms and all the mothers out there. We hope you guys have a really beautiful weekend. We look forward to seeing you on Monday. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you then. Take care,
Happy
everyone.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.